Peace, peace. Sali coming back at you with the number 2 video. If you haven't seen what is your life path number, make sure to look at that video prior to watching this one, because there's certain things I said in that video that I'm not going to repeat. So from this point on, I'm assuming that you know you are a life path number 2. Even if you're a life path 11, this video will serve you, because 11 is just a higher vibration of the number 2. And I don't mean higher and vibrating higher or anything. It's just a higher vibration frequency of the particular number, which is number 2. So from this point on, assuming that you know your life path number 2, before I start, if you want to find out more information about numerology or schedule a consultation, go to my website, thirdeyeactivation.com. So number 2, what is the number 2? What is the life path number 2? The number 2 is sort of like the opposite of the number 1. Where the number 1 is independent, the number 2 seeks to be a complement. Okay? So the number 2 is more comfortable, typically, being around other people where they don't have to take so much the leadership role. They can sort of play like the support. They rather be in the background where number 1 wants to be all the way shining out bright, because the number 1 is controlled by the sun. The number 2 is comfortable playing the background. Okay, so the number 2 is sort of feminine in nature, and not feminine talking man and woman, but feminine as far as being receptive and reflective. There's a difference. We're just talking energy. So it doesn't matter if you're a man with the number 2, it's still going to give you sort of a quality where you're more apt to not so much take the lead, but more compliment the person taking a lead. And that doesn't mean that you cannot be a leader, especially if you're a life path 11. It doesn't mean that you can't be a leader. It's just your ego is not grandiose to the point where you have to lead. You're more comfortable if you just compliment people. The number 2 is also a very sensitive number. Very sensitive number. And not sensitive, once again, as machoism or anything like that, but sensitive to energies. Just it's like if you put on a heavy raincoat, you're not going to feel the rain. But if you have on a t-shirt, you'll feel the rain. The number 2 is that t-shirt because you feel energies. Where a lot of people block out certain energies, certain vibration and intuitive thoughts. The number 2 absorbs that. But you become imbalanced if you let other people's energy and other people's emotions get into your aura, get into your psyche, when you start to live out your life as if you're that other person. We've heard people that say, man, that person just drove me crazy and ruined my whole day. Well, as a 2 person, you want to learn to kind of cut people out like that, because you don't want that negative energy. Because being a 2, you're naturally intuitive and you're naturally psychic, because the number 2 is associated with the moon. Okay, and moon deals with emotion and sensitivities to energy. That's why during a full moon, there's a lot more emotional crimes on the planet, because people's emotions are heightened. So as a 2 person, you deal with the energy. And also with the number 2, you probably had a lot of ideals of starting your own business, because 2, if we look at astrology, it's the 2nd house, and that deals with money and finances. So you probably had a lot of money ideals that had to do with probably starting your home business, because 2 is associated with the moon, and the moon is associated with the Cancer, and that represents home. So when you put money and home together, you probably want to start some sort of home-based business. And if you're a female, it probably has a lot to do with some sort of feminine products. If you're a man or a woman, it probably has something to do with the home, developing psychic abilities. You may want to do some sort of readings. You may be into astrology and the tarot, I Ching and stuff like that. Because with 2 being psychic, you're going to be interested in all the different paranormal and spiritual and new age type of stuff. So it probably is not uncommon that you're into astrology and numerology and you just find it, where a lot of people may look and gloss over it. As a 2, you may be more attracted to the esoteric arts. So don't be afraid to explore that, and if you get proficient enough, you may want to start making videos, writing articles, or setting up shop where you can do certain consultations. Okay. Last thing, we'll leave you with the number 2. The number 2 with it being a supportive energy, complementary energy, you don't want to ever feel like you're being taken advantage of. Because your feelings are hurt usually a little quicker than most people, you feel hurt when you feel like people are taking advantage of you. So make sure that the people that you're supporting, helping, or leading, that they appreciate you. But make sure that it's not coming from a place of ego where you feel like you're not getting enough recognition. You know when someone is benefiting from being around you, or you give them a word of advice. You know when people are benefiting from that. So be appreciative. There's nothing with saying welcome when people say thank you. You know, and just start to appreciate that you add so much energy and so much, you know, sensitivity and all the intuition and psychic ability to any project that you undertake. So that's what I want to leave you with. If you want to find out more information about numerology or set up a consultation, make sure to go to our website, thirdeyeactivation.com, and all this links can be found in the show description below. So until next time, peace.